Intercontinental Championship last man standing match. Kevin Owens is going to try to win the belt back from Dean Ambrose here. I'm not really all that excited for this match. Are you guys?
I don't care.
Yeah, why
about
wouldn't
the,
I be?
I don't care about the storyline, but as far as the match quality, I think it's going to be match of the fucking night.
I'm worried it's going to be too, boring with the last man standing stipulation.
You think it's just going to be a spot fest or what?
Kind of the opposite. I think that they're going to tell them to not do all that much. Sorry. And this will be one of those last man standing matches where it's like Ambrose hits him 3 times with a kendo stick and then they wait 9 seconds.
I doubt that's going to be the case.
I think you're forgetting who's in this match. This is going to be really fucking balls to the wall. Even if they told them to limit the weapons, they'd still make it amazing.
I mean, it's not like a ref's going to be kneeling down every 5 seconds and asking if you'd like to quit. So that's not going to be the reason why this match sucks.
And I got a feeling
these guys have had a lot of great brawls.
I love both
over
of
the
the
last
guys.
few weeks, especially in that live SmackDown.
Yeah, I love both of them. They're 2 guys that I really think could do a lot of great stuff, but I don't know. I'm getting a bad feeling about it. Dean Ambrose has had some weird matches when it comes to hardcore stuff. This could be another situation. Sorry, damn it. Where they get that weird exploding TV kind of a thing is booked, or there's a weird kind of fuck up quality that happens with Ambrose sometimes with these.
Well,
matches.
you look at the circumstances, and though they were always trying to protect someone, be it Bray Wyatt or Seth Rollins. In this case, I don't think they're really worried about protecting Kevin Owens. They're just happy that he can go out there and have a kick-ass match. And I think we're going to get a cool few spots, and it'll probably end with the powerbomb on the apron.
And the thing with those is, you're just remembering bad finishes. Those matches were still good matches. Just weird finishes.
And Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose had a bunch of kick-ass matches with stipulations involved with them. So,
oddly enough, they actually had the one lumberjack match that was good.
That's a good point.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Ever.
Yeah, the best one ever. And also, I think this is going to be that first contender of the year that, with the possibility of being match of the year. Doubt it will end up being it, but Royal Rumble always usually has at least one good match other than the Rumble match itself. This could definitely be it, and it would not surprise me if this ends up being the best match of the night.
Yeah, I'm not as pessimistic or apathetic about it as you are, Tony. I'm more on page with Drew and Wago. These guys can go. They're entertaining as hell. I do think this has the opportunity to be match of the night, and compared to the rest of the ones on the card, I think this has a very good chance to be the match of the night.
Hope so.
I just hope that the ending, if the ending is strong, then the rest of it won't feel as tainted. Because sometimes, a shitty ending, no matter how good a match is, like we were just talking about the exploding TV, that's all you remember. You remember it was a good match, but so as long as it has a decent, acceptable ending, I think it'll be looked at very positively.
So, Wago, you think this is ending with a powerbomb? You're thinking Owens is winning?
I think Owens takes the title there.
Now, is there a specific reason why you think that? Is it that's going to lead to a WrestleMania match for Owens, or is that to get it off of Dean Ambrose?
To get it off of Dean Ambrose, I think they just did this to give Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens something to do. I think they've got plans for Dean Ambrose, which are going to be not huge, but they've got something in mind for him for WrestleMania. They're crazy if they don't.
So one thing I could see happening, if Kevin Owens wins, I'm not going to be too surprised, but I also think that kills off the Owens and Lesnar match. Then I think it turns into Ambrose versus Lesnar. And then I'm going to start thinking Sami Zayn has a good shot at challenging for that IC title.
I actually think Ambrose is a better opponent for Lesnar.
I would argue the same thing.
He's small, so he'll get ragdolled around and it'll look fucking violent, which is awesome. And he's just got this scrappy style of flailing his arms around when he punches and stuff. It'll just be fun. There's a lot of different elements that they can play into that match.
If you really want to use that lunatic fringe side that they keep on pushing with Dean, but it doesn't necessarily come off that way, you could definitely do that with just not giving up, just constantly getting back up and just doing retarded shit for the sake of, hey, I'm a fucking lunatic.
He's not a guy I can see beating Lesnar, but he's a guy where I could see after the match, Lesnar had his hands way more full than he realized, and he's like, God damn.
If anything, it would remind me of the CM Punk Lesnar match that they had, It was a very good match, and, there was no chance Punk was going to win, but He went out there and had a scrappy as hell match with obviously stuff interfering as well. But I'm assuming if those two were to have a match, you would have it some type of stipulation involved with like no disqualification or something along those lines. Right?
Yeah, you'd have to. I mean, Ambrose would have to be the one using the weapons to kind of even the odds against Lesnar, and Lesnar would be like, "Oh shit, well I can use weapons too. You're fucking dead, buddy." Like, I would be so much more into that than the Kevin Owens match, even though I do think Kevin Owens versus Brock Lesnar would be pretty cool to see. But
well, see, the thing that I'm thinking about that though is Lesnar. Yeah, he's kind of his own player right now. He doesn't really have alliances too much. But he's pretty much booked as a babyface at this point. Yeah. So him going against Dean Ambrose doesn't make as much sense to me. I mean,
he comes on Raw tomorrow and powerbombs, F5's Dean Ambrose. He's a heel again. Yeah, that's all they're gonna do. Like he's not that far gone where people are gonna be like, Brock turned.
And even if you do that, I mean, you have Dean somehow eliminating Lesnar at the Rumble. Lesnar just gets pissed off, goes back in there, and just eliminates him for the sake of, fuck you, buddy. Lesnar's a very easy person to book. There doesn't need to be much logic behind anything. You can just go, hey, fuck you, guy, and just start like beating the shit out of someone, and boom, there's your match.
That is the beauty of Brock Lesnar. Like, we need to put Lesnar in a program. I'll just have someone walk past him, and he'll look funny.
Now, I'm going to spoil something for later on, although I've been saying it for weeks, so it's no real surprise. What if they do it this way? Roman Reigns loses the title at the Royal Rumble. They do at Fastlane, because they've been kind of building up this idea of Reigns and Lesnar again. They do Reigns versus Lesnar for a #1 contenders match. Reigns beats Lesnar. Lesnar does some kind of post-match beatdown. Ambrose comes and makes the save. I think that's the way that you can make him solidify the heel turn kind of a thing against, Dean Ambrose coming out to help his buddy. And then it's like, well, you stuck your nose in business where it didn't belong. We're going to go fucking kill you now.
Weird. Paul Heyman's going to kill him as well.
Yeah, Paul Heyman's like, I'm going to fucking kill you.
And also, bringing it back to Kevin Owens, you could easily have that match somewhere other than WrestleMania. Kevin Owens is just a weirdly booked guy that they've been doing lately. You could have that as a SummerSlam match, or just if you want to put Lesnar on a random pay-per-view in the middle of the year, you could do that match. You don't necessarily have to have that match at WrestleMania,
or you could do it WrestleMania next year.
Yeah, if you really want to hold it off, I mean, Kevin Owens needs to improve his character. Not so much improve, but he needs to get some wins under his belt. But I would love to see that match. It doesn't necessarily have to be at Mania.
And if for whatever reason we did get Brock and Owens, I think we're going to realize one major thing when they step into the ring. Owens is going to look so much more inferior than he is, and that's a position you do not see Owens in very often.
Yeah.
And that report a while back, there was a report that, I don't know, it was like Kevin Owens is gaining weight or something along those lines, Maybe this is something that they want him to do, where they want him to just get more in shape so he looks better against Brock Lesnar, because Brock Lesnar is the best looking fucking athlete on that roster, hands down. And going up against anyone, he's going to be the better looking guy, but him against Kevin Owens is supposed to be this monster, but fuck me. He's going to look like some fat jabroni when you're sitting next to Brock Lesnar.
So Brock Lesnar, best looking athlete on the roster, he's going to get your vote for the tournament?
I think he's got a shot.
So
I'm not going to tell him no, that's for damn sure.
Right. So I would rather have Owens win this match to do what we were talking about, but I'm still going to say that Ambrose wins it. I don't know. Part of me is thinking that they're not going to pull the trigger when it comes to that. But what do you guys think? Peyton, who's going to win the match? Owens or, not Lesnar, Owens or Ambrose?
Going for an Ambrose retention. Continue the insane mindset that Kevin Owens is going into.
Drew?
I never thought about that. That little thing where he's just going insane. I'm going to go with Kevin Owens, mainly because Dean Ambrose doesn't necessarily need a title if they were to possibly do the Brock Lesnar match going forward. Kevin Owens, you could do a lot of stuff with that title. So I'm going to go with Kevin Owens. Would not be surprised if Dean retains. So I'm going to go 50-50 on this one.
Kalen?
I'm going to say that Ambrose retains this time, but I can see this program continuing until Fastlane, and I can see the title changing at Fastlane. But for this one, I say Ambrose retains.
And we go.
Owens, apron powerbomb. He's your winner.
All right, guys, leave those comments below. Tell us what you think's happening in this match. We're going to continue on in part 6 with the Divas title.
Ew.
Woo, Divas.
Gross.